Good morning and welcome to the beginning of the first week in the new apartment, first official week in the new apartment. This week is going to be busy just based on like regular life, like work and things I have going on outside of work and things I need to do. But then also this week is going to be busy because my goal is for this video to be the last official moving vlog because I'm going to be so moved in and unpacked by the end of this week that we won't even have things to like make moving vlogs about after this. That is my plan. I am about to head into work. Somewhere I have my work bag. Here it is. Gotta load up with all my things. Got new Minto gum. Got my water bottle. I'm bringing a little salad for lunch today. I will today have to leave work mid-morning to go back to our old apartment and give them the keys. They're not open right now, or else I would go before work. I would have loved to gone before work, but can't control everything. So I'll leave mid-morning, and I actually need to go into the apartment because I remembered the little Carl and Ellie key hanger that we had in our apartment. I never took off the wall, so I'm gonna take that off the wall before I go give back keys. And then other than that, I'm just heading into work after a 4-day weekend, so no idea what's waiting for me, what kind of work level we'll have going on today. TBD, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to this video, and I'm looking forward to being all done unpacking and just living regularly in here. Hello, I am back from work and my keys are officially turned in. We only live here now. I feel like I did it so quick, like whenever I ran in and got the Carl and Ellie off the wall, I felt so much pressure to get back to work that I didn't like take a moment and say goodbye to our old apartment. And I don't miss it, but I do just like recognize how sentimental I always get about apartments because we moved into that one in July of 2024. Almost every single bit of wedding planning happened at that apartment, like crazy YouTube growth happened at that apartment. That's the apartment that we've had so many like guests that I love come and stay with us that I just like have a little memory montage running through my head at all times. That's the apartment that we came back from our wedding to. That's the apartment that we came back from our honeymoon to. Like there's just so many, such a great span of memories that I'm like, oh shoot, like I really love that place and I feel grateful for it. This is like such a great apartment that I am loving and I like better than our old one, but just recognizing the memories, like it did kind of get me in my feels today a little bit. Game plan for tonight though, as you know, I'm trying to grind, but the desire to want to grind and be done with moving is really fighting the fact that I'm really enjoying the book I'm reading right now and I would love to just like sit and read my book, but I feel like I can be super productive for like multiple hours tonight and then still have like 45 minutes to an hour that I'll take to maybe read before bed. That's what I'm keep telling myself. Like it's okay to kind of get down and grind a little bit because I will still have that time and I'll feel so good if I get this in like a living spot where there's not just like stuff sitting, you know, all around. My shelf liners, we can go on a little trip. My shelf liners did arrive today and so that is my plan heading into the evening is finishing up the kitchen the best that I can. Just because I think having a kitchen that doesn't feel like you can like work and move in it is one of the things that just makes me feel the most discombobulated since like you're gonna be in there and you want to be like efficient and feeling fine every time you're in there. So like that's why this is a priority for me. I did get some cute shelf liner this time and then I also got some that still is just like functional to fill in the other spots. So this is the cute liner that I got. It's this little muted purple, muted blue floral on a white background that I love. I don't know, it's like soft while still being noticeably pretty. And then this is just the like regular white one that I got for, I feel like for shelves that like I can't see or the like bigger shelves. Like I'm gonna do all of the smaller shelves with what I have of the pretty and then we'll just kind of see what needs to be white after that because I didn't want to get just like so much of the pretty with it being more expensive. I'm also planning to put some in my bathroom drawers as well. I have in fact had enough for the night. Did not do as much as I was setting out to in my mind, but whenever Zach started making dinner, he was gonna bake some salmon. The oven was just pouring smoke. And at first I was like, well, maybe it's like a burn off layer or something. Like maybe they cleaned it with something. I don't know. Maybe it's a burn off layer. Nope, just kept on pouring smoke. Anytime it was turned on, didn't even have to get that hot. We'd like turn it off, it would stop pouring smoke. Turn it on immediately. So not even like it had gotten hot, but just immediately started pouring smoke. So he had to move the salmon and did like a little stovetop action with it, which also was smoking too. And so we submitted a work request for that. This is our second work request. The first one is because all but one of the windows is missing a screen. So we would like to have screens in order to open the windows, and then we would like to have a oven that works without setting off any fire alarms. So that was kind of thing number one, but the salmon was good. Eventually ate some dinner, salmon and rice, and then later someone, I won't say who, it wasn't me though, had a glass bowl slip through their fingers, and so we spent like 30 minutes getting all of the glass chunks and shards out of the kitchen, off the counter, thoroughly like cleaning the floors, you know, putting all the glass in paper bags to take out. Like a lot was going on. The glass I think is all out of the kitchen, but that just felt like enough. That just felt like now it is time for me to read my book that I've been liking so far, The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand and her daughter. I'm really curious what their partnership looked like while writing this book. I do like it so far, but I also feel like Ellen's just good at like creating a community of characters that you're just like immersed in. Like I am liking the characters, the setting. Don't really know where it's going yet, but I am curious what her daughter's influence was, because this could just be an Ellen Hildebrand book. It just doesn't take place on Nantucket. Like I haven't necessarily noticed something super different, but I have been liking it. I am that far through it, and it's 7:30. I'm just gonna sit and read the rest of the night. We did enough, and I am finished. I am finished with Monday. I made a little run to the library because I was silly and made my holds get picked up at a library location that is not actually the closest to where we live, but did it anyways. And I wanted to return my books too, especially the Academy, because it has so many holds on it. I didn't want to be the person that keeps other people from getting it in a timely manner. And I finished it today, which was a huge feat. I read a lot of pages today, just like in every spare moment I could. I read it and I really loved the Academy, not gonna lie. I feel like it's been getting mixed reviews. I really loved it. We can talk about it more later at a future date. Let me know if you're interested. But the two books that I got this time to pick up, I'm gonna do a spooky reading vlog is my plan. So I got Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates, because Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates is like a favorite book of mine. Terrifying, horrifying. One of the only books that I really feel like my heart rate was just like so high the entire time reading it. And then I also got Too Scared to Sleep, which is a series of little scary short stories. Crazy traffic on the way here, going to be crazy traffic on the way back. So I'm just listening to music, trying to enjoy my time. Happy Wednesday. I have a haul for you called 2 new retainers. Check this out. And 1 new night guard. This is gonna be me every night now. That's gonna take some getting used to. Paid a pretty penny for those, but my current retainer I have ground all the way through. apparently just at night. I'm just up to no good. So whenever I was at the dentist like 2 weeks ago, we did the little scans to get these, and then they arrived today. I haven't gotten a retainer since they did the little like goopy molds. If you're familiar, where they have the little mold, they put the goop in it and then they put it in your mouth and you have to like, and then it like sits there as it kind of hardens, and then they pull it out and it like squelches out, and then they like make the molds that way. So that's what I thought I was gonna have to do to get new retainers. No, they now have this like fancy little scanner technology that was like this little wand that I just had to like push all around my teeth, and it made this like 3D electronic image of my entire teeth, and that's what they made the retainers from. I was astounded. We've made such great strides. All that to say though, since it was just a pickup, it's 7:45 and I'm done with my dentist appointment, and I gave myself until 10 to get to work today. I'm gonna go in before 10, but I gave myself until 10 to get to work today, and I have a committee meeting tonight that's an hour and a half, so I didn't like purposely flex a different time this week because I had this appointment, and so I'd already like asked for this time off, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll just flex this time. So I have a little time to kill that I'm just like flexible right now. This is a weird activity. This is probably not what you're gonna guess I'm so excited about doing, but I am gonna go to Arby's and get a jamocha shake. I have been thinking about a jamocha shake for the past like few weeks and have just really been wanting one. I don't think I've had a jamocha shake since it's been like at least a decade, and I really think what it is that Trisha Paytas has been talking about Arby's and jamocha shakes, and I feel like that planted the little seed where now my brain is like, yeah, that's really good. So I am really looking forward to that, and that's how I'm planning on spending my little flexible time before heading into work today. I feel like today is the last of the busy days that I feel kind of stressed about. Everything's been fine. It's just the fact that I've had like other things going on in days on top of wanting to get like entirely moved and everything. I really just have been like mentally a little bit burdened, and that's going to continue today with a committee meeting because I'm not going to be at home tonight, but Thursday and Friday I will be, and regardless, we're making great strides in moving, and I don't just feel like overly stressed around our apartment. I do think things have been a lot worse in previous moves as far as like really struggling to like do daily activities because things aren't like where they belong. I think we did a really good job last week in getting set up. I just want to finish it. I just want to get all of the boxes like with stuff places, and then obviously things will have to revise as we like get new furniture and things like that, but just want that step to be done. But more than that, I want a jamocha shake, so let's drive to Arby's. Arby's does not open until 9:30. That's so sad. I guess I could have checked because they don't do breakfast, I suppose. So now I have to decide if I'm more committed to wanting a little treat or if I'm more committed to specifically wanting a jamocha shake. And I kind of think I'm more committed to wanting a jamocha shake, and I might like walk over during lunch or something. That was a mood killer. I was just pulling up directions and it was like, by the way, Arby's won't be open by the time you arrive. And I was like, oh weird, maybe it opens at like 8. No, 9:30. So I guess I'm just gonna go to work. Lame. I have got chicken that's baking in the oven, which you would have just seen, for Zach whenever he gets here. And then I have several things that I'm gonna see what I can do before I have to head back to work for my committee meeting. 2 curtain rods came in today, and so I'm gonna try to put, I think one of them is bigger than the other. Yes, this is the bigger one. I'm gonna see if I can put that up in our room. It's so bright in our room at night, and we do have curtains. I don't know if they're the ones that we want to stick with, but for now, like, definitely want to start with them. I'm gonna put this up in our room, or try to. I feel nervous about like making it even and everything, but I can probably do it. And put our curtains up so that we can sleep in darkness. And then the other things I got, these curtains are for the little window above the desk, which I'm very excited for because look at this curtain that I got for that same window. Oh, I got 2 apparently. It's just this like green gingham flowy, because it's just, I'll show you whenever we put it up, which I hope is soon. And then a shower liner. Right now, I have a liner and no curtain, and Zach has a curtain and no liner, so I'll put this liner up for him. And then lastly, oh, and you know what? I should have started with this. I should have. Oh, I'm excited. I got some ghost wind socks. I do not know how they can hang up outside. Like, I don't know what our mechanisms are out there, but I am gonna go find out.
Into your eyes, I see we're out of time. I guess no one's to blame, nobody crossed the line. I guess we couldn't see, somehow we couldn't feel. Maybe we rose too fast, maybe we got too high. But
good morning. We are, oh, the sausages are done. Good morning. We are finally at the time of week where I don't have anything else additional in the week. Like no committee meetings that I get home late from work and none of that going on. No more appointments. Like Thursday and Friday I get to just be regular, which I am feeling very good about. I did unfortunately start the day today looking at news and that's made me feel types of ways, and yet we persist. This has been a favorite breakfast lately. They're just warming up sausages. I just love them. And then I'll have like Greek yogurt too. Right now I have one at work that I'm just gonna eat whenever I get there. So starting the day with lots of protein. Last night, I feel like I did a lot of thoughts that I wanna talk to you about. Also, before I get into that, we did put up the curtain rods, which it just always feels like it takes longer than it actually should. Put them up, put the curtains we already owned on them. Hate them. Hate them. Didn't know how much smaller the previous window that we used them on was than this one, so they do not like cover the window. It was still very bright. Even the parts of the curtain that did cover the window still felt very bright, which I fear means I'm gonna have to put back up like blackout curtains, and they're just so ugly and they're heavy and I just don't want to. But we do have some blackout panels, but I believe that they're the same size as the curtains that are currently hung up, and love having a window this big. I just didn't realize that it was like this much bigger, and I was kind of hoping to get new curtains anyways, just because also it's like grommets that, I don't know, you move them side to side, and since the curtain rod is metal and then the grommet is metal, that means it like does the screechy scratch sound every single time you move the curtain. So I'm gonna look into getting new curtains, but I wish I could just be looking into getting new cute curtains, and instead I'm gonna have to look into getting blackout curtains. This always happens to me where there's lights right outside my window. In college there was literally a street lamp that was the exact same level. Like I was on the second floor, so it was the exact same level as my window. It just literally like took up my entire window. Like I couldn't see anything other than the street lamp. And then obviously it turned on at night and was just so bright. But the things I was thinking about last night in the committee meeting I was at, it's like a council that people come present to about like different initiatives and growths and stuff to get input as they're creating new things or new improvements, whatever. And so without telling you like what they're actually doing, a lot of the discussion yesterday was about AI and AI's place in healthcare. And I didn't realize, I don't know, I guess I'll tell you like my perspective, my usage, and my view. And I kind of felt like a lot of people were on the same page. And I do think that there are a lot of people that are on the same page. But I don't use AI whenever I have like any choice not to. Like I'm not gonna say I've never gone on ChatGPT. Like I've obviously tried it, but I don't like regularly go there at all. It is not regularly a part of my habits. The extent to which I use AI that I know of are obviously like customer service things or things that are just like turning AI that like that's just what they are now. And also the like first result that comes up on Google is sometimes what I'll read, but I also have found that that sometimes has not been accurate. Like whenever you actually click on the little link and read whatever the thing is, even if it's something like super simple. Like yesterday I was looking up what temperature and how long to bake chicken breasts, and the first thing that came up, I forget exactly what it said. I think it was like 350 at 15 minutes or something like that. And I was like, I don't think that's right. And I was like clicking through recipes, and yeah, no, I ended up doing 400 for 25 minutes. So I'm really like not a big user of AI. We don't have an Alexa. We don't have like any home AI devices like that. And I am very conscious of like, I feel like it can lead to lessened critical thinking. I think there's been a study that's come out and like has been showing that. And I'm also very cognizant of the negative effects on the environment that AI has and its usage of like how it's boomed like this. So I'll tell you what I was surprised about with other people, and then I'll tell you like how I made some strides in myself as well. I was sitting in a group of full-grown adults. I was the youngest one in that room. So many people. I would say like one person was very staunchly just like, I don't use it, but she was like, well, maybe it's because I'm old. And I want to be like, I'm not, like, we're on the same page here. Some people were like, I use ChatGPT for everything. And it was like from big things to little things. It was from like choosing entertainment to like interpreting medical results using AI. And I was shocked by that. People were like, I love it. I just didn't know it was like that, I don't know, commonly within people's daily habits now. But I will say where I have grown some is that I was listening to someone talk who I really respect. I think she's really smart and has great perspectives. But she works with like AI development type things and was talking about like some of the different usages of it. And I guess I've heard people talk about like generative AI, but I didn't really realize like what all different things AI can do. And I do think there is room for optimization AI, like things where it's like, I have 4 appointments that I need to attend. Can you schedule me them in the most like efficient days and times that will cause me to drive like the least and clump together all of the times that I'm spending at the doctor or something like that. And it being able to do that, like that feels to me like, okay, like that feels like what a computer is for in my head. But things that are like any sort of interpretation of results is just where I don't know if I'm just stuck in my ways, but that's where I'm like, no. But I was just surprised that in the room, one of the only people who was like very hesitant in AI usage, and now I just like keep thinking about it. It was like this little like thought experiment, and now I just like keep thinking about it. Anyways, that's what's on my mind going into work today. I do need to leave. I'm gonna put some milk in my coffee, eat my yogurt once I get there. I'm excited to be done with all of the like out of the norm, out of the regular scheduled things of the week. That makes me feel good because also this Saturday is when we're leaving for a trip. So these 2 routine days I will take.
Will be no hard goodbyes, thank God we're civilized. Be on our separate ways as we fade into gray. But I still miss the way you used to feel. Maybe we rose too fast, maybe we got too high. Yeah.
Good morning. I'm getting my flu shot today, and it just occurred to me that means I should not be wearing the shirt that I am because you're gonna poke me through that. But it is Friday, finally. Yesterday afternoon was the most Friday-est feeling afternoon, and it was such a bummer every single time that I had to remember like, oh no, it's not the end of the week yet. And really like I'm just being a baby because this is I had a 3-day work week, took 2 days off. Now I'm here, and now I'm gonna take 2 days off at the beginning of next week. So like this is my only 5-day work week like in a little bit. I'm so fine. It's just like my stamina has gone down or something. Today though, I know I have my flu shot and then like my whole wellness fair that we do where they like do your biometrics and you get tested for your N95 and all of the like health things that you have to do as an employee every single year. I have that this morning, and then I have a meeting that I know about, and I'm really hoping to have just like one of those Fridays where I can just like wrap everything up real nice before I head out tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we're going to Jekyll Island. I know I've told you we're going on a trip. I don't know if I've told you where. We're going to Jekyll Island, which is like on the Georgia coast. It's about a 5-hour drive from us, and I'm already planning like the 7 brew that we're going to stop at on the way there because we don't really have those like around here, but we have them on the route there. I'm so excited for the beach, and being like on the East Coast means the sun rises over the ocean, which I'm so excited for that. It's going to be like cool. Like it's going to be a nice breeze, like not beach weather, but like fallish beach weather. It is a bit more south, so I don't know if it's going to feel a little bit warmer than it does here. And there's lots of sea turtles. There are sea turtles. It's like out of sea turtle season, but there's still the Sea Turtle Center, which we do have tickets for to go see the sea turtles. And so I am very excited, shall I say. And that is making it harder to do today because I'm just so excited. But I have been editing the moving vlog, the one where we're actually like moving over the weekend, and I have just a little chunk of it left that I think I'm gonna try to like watch at least. I don't think the final details will get done before I leave for work today, but I'm gonna try to at least watch it. I don't feel pressed to like get to work because I have had so much overtime this week, and so being exactly on time feels just fine instead of being early. I keep having to remind myself how much progress we've made this week because obviously like the moving weekend itself, the most progress was made. Like that was the most productive of like getting ourselves in here. And in my head I was like, we're gonna have that level of productivity every single day this week too, so we can just be like all done by the end of the week. And I feel like we're still moving like fast. Like I would like for obviously the home just to feel like a home and like have all of the furniture we want and the decorations and everything's like in its place, which obviously as you can see right now it's not, but we'll get there. And I feel like we are moving productively. Like I've not been putting it off. I've been doing it every moment almost that I can. But I hope you're having a good Friday today and whenever you're watching this, and make sure I change shirts before I go to work so that I can get my flu shot.